Yo, what's good with y'all, man? I appreciate y'all. Appreciate the love and support as always. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Anybody that really rock with me and want to see my other content, please go follow me on TikTok. I will be posting videos on there very soon. I will be posting a lot of game on there, and some of the game ain't even gonna be on here. So I want y'all to go follow my TikTok. The link is always in the description. I will start to post videos probably this weekend. I'm about to go probably record some videos this weekend, so I'm gonna cook those up and get those out so that, you know what I'm saying, y'all can. I got a couple videos already, and depending on when you're watching this, it's probably already videos up there that you can go watch. So just go watch it. Just go follow me. But today I got 5 reasons why most people will stay broke. Bro, I think in America, and I'm not even gonna just say necessarily broke, but just broke and can't get ahead. You know what I'm saying? Broke or cannot get ahead. And what I mean by get ahead is, bro, you probably living paycheck to paycheck. You feel like you can't get out of the hole you in. You just feel like you constantly in the same financial position year after year. And you just can't get ahead. Instead of being ahead, you behind on bills, you behind on this, whatever. You may make decent money, but see, some people make decent money, but they don't understand money. And I had to go through what I had to go through. I am not, listen now. Number one, I want to say this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, anything like that. I just went through what I've went through in life with money, and I understand money a lot better due to the downfalls and the failures that I've had with money before. Go watch my video on the lessons that I learned. I think it was like 4 or 5 lessons that I learned from going broke. I actually went broke a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Was making good money, something happened, boom, and was broke. So I've experienced money in different ways. I've had money, didn't have money, took W's, took L's, all of that. So I want to go over a couple things that people just probably don't realize, and that's probably why you broke, and that's probably why you're gonna stay broke if you don't fix these things. Number one, most people are too worried about looking rich rather than being rich. Most people are too worried about looking rich and too focused on looking rich before they're worried about and being focused on getting rich. And what I mean by that is, bro, people will go buy a car that they can't afford just so they can look like they got some money. They go buy a BMW or Mercedes that they can't really afford, that they barely can make the payments on, just so they can look sweet. Or even if they can make the payments, even if they can't afford it, they over leverage themselves in the car and in the things that they have, and then they don't leave no room for savings, and they don't leave any room for, you know, money to get ahead, or money to put down on this, or money to put down on that, or to invest. So what they do is they either car broke, house broke. They are worried about looking sweet. They worried about looking sweet. They buying all of the new J's that come out. You know what I mean? They buying all the Rick Owens. They buying all the Marnie and Chrome Hearts and stuff like that. And they maybe can afford that item right then and there. But, bro, in reality, they don't really have money. That's why, as I get older and as I start to understand money, don't get me wrong, I love cars, bro. Cars is something that I really, truly love. But somebody having a specific car, that doesn't impress, like that doesn't impress me. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't impress me. And they can have a car way better than mine, and it's not no hate or nothing like that. I like the car, and you know what I'm saying, hey, salute to you if you got that car. You know what I'm saying? But that don't show me too much. Like, I think people think that just because somebody has a nice car means they have money, and that's just not the case. So that's what I mean by it just doesn't impress me, because I understand the reality, because I've met people and I know people, and I sold cars before. So I've seen, bro, I would see people come in and buy cars that I know that they couldn't afford, but they wanted to buy it, and that was their decision. And the reason why I know they couldn't afford it is because when you do credit applications and stuff like that, you got to disclose how much money you making and all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so majority of those people, not majority of those people, but a lot of those people that used to come in and buy cars, whether they was buying it from me, whether they was buying it from other people, they really couldn't afford it. Bro, it used to be people that had like 450 credit score would come in on like a Charger or something like that, and they are real live like, bro, I want this car. And we're looking at it like, bro, your credit is 450, 460, 470, 500, or even 550. And then you make $4,000 a month, but you want to finance a car that's going to run you like $1,200 a month because the interest rate going to be so high and you ain't got no money to put down. So people be doing stuff like that, and they'll drive off the lot with that Charger, but they not even, other people don't know that they in a bad financial decision, or they made a bad financial decision by buying that car. They shouldn't have bought it. They can't afford it. But people are more worried about looking sweet. That same person that came in and bought that Charger could have bought a Honda Civic. And maybe that note wouldn't have been $1,200, and now instead of $1,200, now maybe it's $300. You get what I'm saying? Regardless if they can find the money to buy that to buy a $1,200 car, you know what I'm saying? And I cite it a little bit because somebody getting approved with a $1,200 note making $4,000 a month is in bad credit is I don't think that happens too often unless you got some real money down. But that was just an example, because I did used to see certain things, and it used to be people that come in and try to get cars that would be in that position, making $3,500, $4,000 a month, and then they're trying to get into a Charger, and that Charger is going that note going to be about $900,000, whatever the case is. Then you got to factor in they got their bills, they got their rent, they got their mortgage or whatever they got, but they just want to look sweet, bro. When they get paid, they feel like, bro, they'll have $700 in their account and they will go spend $500 on some shoes. They are too worried about looking sweet and looking like they have money because they trying to go impress them over there. And then oftentimes the people that they trying to impress don't got no money either. They don't have any money either, bro. And so it be broke people trying to impress broke people. Just because you can make a payment on something does not mean that you should buy that and that's a good financial decision. That is something that I learned. Just because you can afford a payment on something, or just because you have the money right then and there to buy that thing, does not mean that you should buy that thing. Most people will stay broke because they are in a constant cycle with this. So then when they go get a car, they go get a car that they can't afford, and now they gotta work 2-3 jobs just to be able to keep the car. Or now they missing payments on the car, or whatever the case is, Joe out for repo, whatever. But people be out here buying things just so they can look sweet versus actually having the money in their pocket. You see what I'm saying? And so that is one reason why majority of people that are broke will stay broke. That's number one. Number two, people are lazy. Bro, sometimes it's not even that you got a crazy lifestyle and that you buying Rick Owens and drive a Charger or a Hellcat or anything like that, or a Corvette or whatever, or Mercedes or BMW. Sometimes it's not that. Sometimes you just lazy. Number two is you're lazy, bro. A lot of people that are broke will stay broke because they are lazy. And what I mean by lazy is, bro, the example that I gave before of somebody that their bills exceed their monthly income, they're too lazy to go get a job, go get a second job. They only will work there 40 hours a week, or sometimes, bro, I've even seen less. I have seen people work less than 40 hours a week. Grown men and grown women that will work less than 40 hours a week. Their bills exceed their monthly income. Their bills and expenses exceed their monthly income, and they be too good to go get a second job. They be too good to go get a second job. They be too good to go ask for overtime. They be too lazy to ask for overtime. They be too lazy to go get a second job. They be too lazy to actually sit down and look at a budget. They be too lazy to actually try to go get some help, go get some financial counseling. They be too lazy and don't want to sit down and read a book that may be able to help them with their financial situation. They just be lazy, bro. They be just cool with being broke, fool. It's people out here like that. And all they'll do is they'll just start complaining about what they don't have or what they need to pay or what they're behind on. All right, bro, you realize you can go get a second job, especially if you only work 40 hours a week. Or you know you can go ask your job for some more hours. Bro, they too lazy to go start that side hustle that they probably got, bro, that they can probably start and actually make money with. Bro, it's just like okay, so where I'm from, I don't know where everybody, I know there's people that watch from all across the world, man, and I really appreciate y'all. I got people from all around the United States. I got people from the UK and Europe, man. I really appreciate y'all for sure. That's a side note, but I appreciate y'all. I be looking at my analytics, bro, and I be like, oh, who people watching me in Canada? Oh, who people watching me in the UK? Now, it's mostly United States, but who? It be people from all over. But all right, bet. So where I'm from, it snow in the winter, fool. It snows in the winter. That's just what it is. Some winters we get that it may not snow. It may snow once or twice, but majority of the time, bro, it snows, and sometimes it may snow a lot. Bro, it'll be somebody sitting in the crib broke and got a shovel and can walk around the neighborhood and knock on doors and say, hey, bro, I'll shovel your driveway for $20 or $40 or $50, however much you want to charge. They too lazy to do that. They will sit in the crib and not do nothing. In the summertime, they'll be too lazy to say, bruh, how can I make some money? How can I make some money? Bro, they too lazy to maybe go and rent a lawnmower from Home Depot, walk around the neighborhood and knock on the door and say, hey, I cut your grass for $20, $35, $40 or whatever. People be too lazy to actually get out here and try to do something to make some extra money. I've never been that type of dude, Slim. I always got something going on. Whether it's a side hustle, whatever it is, fool, I'ma have some money coming in. That's just what it is. I'm never gonna be too lazy. And if I gotta go out here and go get a second job if I have to, I will. Will I like it if I gotta go get a second job or whatever? No, I probably won't. But I will do it because I'm not lazy, Slim. I gotta get the money. I gotta do what I gotta do. I can't be broke. I can't, bro. I know what it feel like to not be able to pay bills, Slim. I'm not trying to go back to that. Absolutely not. And some people be so lazy that, bro, the bills will be piling up. The rent will be past due and they still won't get out here and hustle. They still won't get out here and hustle. So that's number 2. Number 3, majority of people will stay broke, who are broke will stay broke because they have vices. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all this, bro. I'm gonna start off with myself because I don't ever want to come on these videos and I don't want to ever fabricate nothing, act like I'm perfect and I'm doing all this and y'all, bro, I'm speaking from real world experiences when I talk. Majority of the times that I talk, bro, and other times it's because that I read it in the book and I did some research or whatever and I'm able to apply it to my life and give it to y'all. But fool, I'm not perfect. And what I mean by vices, I just looked at, because I already told y'all, I'm honest with y'all. I hit the gas. And I don't want to say nothing crazy, but I hit the gas. Right? At the end of the day, after I get all my work done, that's what, you know what I'm saying? That's what I do. When I'm chilling, that's my chill time, right? But I looked at how much money that I spent, and I'm not even like in no situation where I'm broke or can't afford it. But I looked at it and I'm just like, bro, I really could be saving this money. So now I'm thinking in my head like, all right, it may be time to either slow down or stop because that's money that I could be saving. That's money that I could be putting into the business. Whatever I could be doing, you know what I'm saying? And I don't need it. But a lot of people have vices, whether it's alcohol, whether it's smoking, whether it's clothes. They got vices and they vices keep them broke because they gonna always spend the money on that thing that they probably shouldn't have. Bro, y'all ever heard or y'all ever like, y'all peep that a J always, they'd be broke down bad, but a J always gonna feed his habit or he gonna get his hit for that day. Bro, when you got a vice and when you have urges, and some people's urges could be cat. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Some people urges could be cat. They got to go have it. They gotta have it. So they got to spend money on it. They gotta spend money on it. They gotta spend money to get it. They got vices, bro, and they vices will keep them broke because, bro, when you are addicted to something and you got a vice and it's something that you have to have, you gonna find money to get it. You gonna find money to feed that habit. I'm telling you. So whether it's alcohol, you could be broke, bills could be past due, whatever. You gonna find the money to feed that urge. You gonna find the money to contribute to that habit. When you got a vice and you got urges and when you got addictions, fool, you gonna find a way to feed that habit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so number 3 is, bro, is vices. Like, a vice will keep you broke because you spending your money on things that you probably shouldn't. Your financial situation is probably already not the best. And then you adding that on top of it, right? You're spending more money on stuff that you don't need, bro. You don't need to drink. You don't need to smoke. If you depressed, bro, there's other ways to fix depression. You don't need to hit nothing. You don't need no cat right now. You need to chill, bro. You don't need to go buy no new clothes, bro. You got clothes already. It's, bro, when you have a vice and you have an urge and you have an addiction, and I say clothes because some people have shopping addictions. Some people just, bro, they gotta spend. They gotta spend money on clothes. They gotta spend money on this and that, and they cannot help themselves. Y'all gotta work on fixing your vices. I got a vice. But see, when I'm the type, though, if it ever mess up my money, oh, nah, I'm cool. And the thing is, I'm even looking at it even just to challenge myself and also save money. Like, bruh, I don't really need to hit the gas for real. I really don't need it. That's just something that I do to relax. It's something that I do to chill at the end of the day after all the work is done. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's number 3. Your vices, bro. Your vices gonna keep you broke. Number 4, bro, that's a lot of people that's out here over leveraged. And I mean over leveraged in debt. So there's things that, well, it's 2 types of debt. There's good debt and there's bad debt. There's not a financial channel, nothing like that, so I'm not gonna go into the detail of both. But just for the basis and just surface level, good debt is when you use that debt to then go and make some more money, as in buying like a real estate property or something like that, getting a loan on it, and then still being able to profit by putting a tenant in there or whatever, or going to buy a car with a car note but renting it out on tour or whatever. And if you can profit in the middle, you can use that debt to then go and make money. Now, whether you do that or not, whether you believe that or not, or whether I do, whatever, don't have nothing to do with it. But I would still consider that as good debt, because that debt is being used to fund something that is actually going to in turn make you money or make you cash flow. Cool, whatever. Your investment strategy is your investment strategy. This ain't what that's about. Then there's bad debt. There's debt that your car, your crib, or not even, yeah, your car, your crib, whatever you got, that's bad debt. That's a liability. And a lot of people are over leveraged. Remember I talked about people having cars that they can't afford? It's a lot of people that got cars out here that can't afford. Bro, I was on TikTok the other day, and I don't know, car salesman stuff be coming up on my algorithm on my For You page, and it's a couple guys that will record their calls when they're talking to different people. They're talking to different clients or whatever. And something stuck out to me the other day, right? It was a phone call, and this kind of goes into a previous one too. This is an example of a previous one too, right? A previous point that I just made. Dude said that he had a scat pack, a wide body scat pack, and number 1, he said his credit was bad. He got his mom to co-sign on it, but he ended up getting a scat pack, and his note was like $1,000 a month. Scat pack though, $1,000 a month, and then he owed like $50-something thousand on that car. He owed like $50-something thousand on that car, bro. He only made like $3,000-$4,000 a month. He had to get his mom to co-sign on it. The amount financed was $52,000, but the car was only $43,000. So the car was $43,000. He ended up financing $52,000, fool. Right? So now he's looking at it like, oh man, I got a bad deal. I want to be able to trade out of this and try to get into a new one so I can get into a better situation or whatever. They like, yo, the most we got for you was like $35,000. Bro, so he's underwater in the car. He's underwater in the car, so now he's dealing with negative equity. So now either he has to come up with the money to pay that to get out of that car, that extra money. Let's just say, let's call it $15,000, $17,000. He has to come up with that money. So $10,000, $15,000 he has to come up with to be able to get out of that car. Or he just got negative equity, bro. And he got to keep the car. But so what I mean by over leveraged, that is being over leveraged. That dude got to get his mom to co-sign. He got bad credit. He buys a $50,000 car and only makes $3,000, $4,000 a month. Bro, what are we doing? A lot of people will do that though. People will over leverage themselves in cars. People will also over leverage themselves in houses. Bro, there are a lot of people that will get pre-approved or get approved for a house, and then they're not using any type of formula any type of financial formula based on the with the house that they're trying to buy. They're just gonna buy whatever makes them feel good, whatever they like, whatever is in their budget. Let's say they get approved for $450, bro. They gonna spend $450. They may see a house that may be able to suit their needs, maybe not all at once, but their needs, for $375, but they got to spend the whole $450 because it makes them feel good. So they over leverage themselves when they can't really afford that $450, but that's just what they were approved for. Do y'all get what I'm saying? By being over leveraged in debt, there's a lot of people that spend a lot on credit cards and stuff like that, and they can't get out of credit card debt, bro. And the thing is, bro, I've made my mistakes. So I'm able to speak to this because I have made my mistakes. I've made my mistakes, bro. I was over leveraged at a point. And it's a lot, it's hard to get out of situations like that, especially when it's something like a car attached to it, it's something like a house attached to it, where you got to continue to pay that every month and you really can't afford it. Most people will stay broke because they're too over leveraged and they're too much in debt. Bro, I'm gonna give y'all some advice from personal experience, bro. Whatever debt you have, do your best to pay it off. If you got a car that you a little bit on, bro, pay it off. Pay that debt off, bro, and be careful before you take on new debt. Whether that's swiping that credit card, whatever it is, I'm trying to tell you, bro, it's no joke. It's nothing to play with. people are over leveraged, bro. People are over leveraged out here. They got stuff that they can't afford for real. And that just goes into my next point for real. Number 5 is spending money you don't have to buy stuff you don't need. That's number 5, but it just goes perfectly with number 4. Bro, people spend money they don't have to buy things they don't need. So that just goes into being in debt and over leverage. Bro, you don't need that sweet car right now. You're not there. You don't need that. You don't have the money to be able to spend that or to be able to justify spending that money. That's just you going based off of feeling. You're not going off of no financial formula or nothing. And the thing is, bro, I had to learn, and I had to learn the hard way. I'm just being real with y'all. I had to learn a lot of stuff about money because I had to mess up a lot of money to be able to get the knowledge that I have now. I'm giving it to y'all for free. So people that's not in this situation, don't get in that situation, bro. Do not get in that situation. Make sure that you really do your research on financial literacy and understand money, bro. And even when you think you understand it, you still maybe need to go get a mentor that really got some real money that can really teach you some game and stuff like that. Because when I was younger, I knew a lot of stuff, but I wasn't wise. I was knowledgeable, but I was not wise enough to apply a lot of that stuff. And that's why I messed up a lot of money. Because even though I had the knowledge and stuff and I knew that certain things were a bad idea, I didn't have the wisdom to be able to go and then apply it to my life so it could work for me. Now it works for me, but that was after I messed up a lot of money. I had to mess up a lot of money and learn the hard way and fall and go through a lot of adversity to even get the knowledge that I have. Not even the knowledge, but the wisdom to be able to apply that stuff to my life. You get what I'm saying? So I can speak to this, bro. I can speak to this. I don't like to talk about stuff that I can't speak to. I can speak to this because I used to be broke. I used to be over leveraged. I know what that feel like. And people will continue to be broke because people are literally willingly going out here and putting themselves in these situations every single day. And then they wonder why, like, bro, why am I still stuck? Why am I still in this situation? It's just what it is, bro. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. But this was already a long video, bro. I really appreciate y'all. Please continue to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all go follow my TikTok. The link is always in the description. I'll see y'all in another video, though. Love.